Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Yeah, I thought it would take longer than this, but it's still 1942, October, and we're back. War has broken out with the Soviet Union. We're still at war with Austria. Thankfully, these invasions seem to be going alright. We've got the first two Wolfgang Mittermeier class battleships under construction, and I've already sent some fleets out to start some naval invasions, because I want to end the Soviet Union. Most of their navy is sitting here. 2 battleships, a battlecruiser, 5 heavies, 2 lights and 6 DDs. Going by the log that's been popping up the past few months, I think, well, I'm pretty sure they've been trying to do a naval invasion of Bangladesh. It's not worked out for them. So I've got the Pacific Bismarck class squadron, supported by 2 of the Königs, heading out here to deal with these. I've sent a bunch of the older ships up here to invade Russian Far East, Eastern Siberia, and parts of my European fleet is going up here to take Siberian Russia. Speaking of which, let's see. The Hessen class. I'm gonna bring these out of retirement. They were refit in 1937, so they've got Mark 4 or 5 14-inch guns and radar 2. But primarily they're just going to be tonnage to add to a naval invasion. Which is, you know, it doesn't really matter if a ship is outdated or not for that purpose. So, Victoria Louise versus Graf. That's not the same Graf that we had helping us in a much earlier episode. This is a new Klosternuberg class heavy cruiser. And they're quite potent. I haven't lost a 1v1 against them yet with my Victoria Louise class, but it's been pretty close a few times. And it typically results in a lot of crew losses, because they just fire so much stuff, basically. So we're already engaging the cruiser. I wanna take on the transports first, because they're in range. Saves me from having to chase them later on. If I can just score a couple of hits, that would be very nice. There we go, hits are being scored. Okay, this cruiser is already engaging, so might as well reply. I am within torpedo range. I am expecting torpedoes right about now. There they are. This is when you load AP, Victoria Louise. Because it's pretty much broadside. Oh, the enemy ship has the bonus, the range found bonus that sometimes jumps up to like 3000%. So I just want to break engagement here. Now I'm getting it too. So at least we're even. And you can see how much all of this small caliber spam is doing. That torpedo detonation helped. And we got some flooding. That is also very nice. And more torpedoes in the water. It is a little bit annoying when I'm basically dedicating so much of my displacement towards making my guns more accurate, and it just ends up not mattering because of that range found bonus being just crazy. And no, I don't think a 2900% range found bonus is intended, because it just ends up completely eclipsing like every other statistic. Like once you get that, nothing else really matters. Put the secondaries on the transports. But at least I can open range and have the advantage that way. Because I am faster now that they're flooding so much. And I'm now out of their range. There you go. Transports are dead. So presumably if I now enter into their range again, they should no longer, yeah, they no longer have the range found bonus. Because I went outside of the range and now they have to reacquire. But I always had range to hit them, so my unfair bonus has not expired. And I think their crew losses means that they cannot launch torpedoes. Got spacious quarters. Yeah, now they have the bonus again. My bad. But now they're also flooding. And there we go. Yeah, I lost like 20% of my crew doing that. So yeah, that range found bonus thing is currently, as I see it, the biggest issue with the game. It used to be the other way around, where you had the what people call the target lock bug, where your ship just got stuck in the aiming process, and it didn't progress. So you basically had no accuracy at all, and now it's the complete opposite. You just get insane levels of accuracy. A lot more than I think should be given. Yeah, I think this is gonna go fine. Here's hoping for the war to continue another couple of months. We're getting, what kind of guns? Mark 4 19s. Okay. We don't have any 19s, so that doesn't really matter. Finances, yeah, that's good. It's good to have a little bit of spare capacity for repairs. Let's see what happens in November. Yeah, I gave the oh, Italy got radar rangefinder 3 now. All right. Yeah, I gave the AI some better gun technology. By save file editing, just so they could hopefully build some of the late game ships I designed for them, because all of the nations now have designed some like super battleships with 18-inch guns, and those are Mark 3s, so they need to have Mark 3 18 unlocked to build them. Ally with Spain? That's probably a good idea, because Spain is at war with a lot of nations that I want to be at war with. And also, when I do want to go to war with Spain, it would be quite easy to just cancel alliance, which takes our relations back to 0, and it would be easier to go from there. Submarines. Submarines. Heavy damage to a DD, okay. Submarines. Yeah, I'm thinking the Austrian submarines are... Oh yeah, these are over 1,000 tons. Quite a bit more potent than the Chinese ones. Jagged class. Can we withdraw? Nope. I think this might come down to HE spam from the 3308. If I am to win this. The enemy cruiser is of the Jagged class, or however you're supposed to pronounce it, which has less armor than the Klosterneuburg class and fewer torpedoes, but longer ranged ones. It has suffered a bit of damage, probably mine damage, because the whole Adriatic is just full of minefields. Minefields and submarines. It's why I'm not even gonna attempt a naval invasion of I think it's Croatia, which is the only region they have that I even have the option to naval invade. I'm gonna need 1.7 million tons to do it. But the thing is, with all the submarines in the Adriatic, even invading the little province I took, I think it was, I'm not sure, I think it was Bosnia. I would have to check after the battle. Just getting ships into that invasion zone was really hard. Because of the control zones from the submarines. Torpedo detonation, how lovely. And you detected my torpedoes. Are you detecting these? Yeah, you are. What made you turn, if nothing else? Okay, now the 6-inch guns can actually punch through the armor at this range. There we go. Extensive fire. Not bad. Transport losses. No, no Austrian losses. Sweden wants to buy another DD. Not very good profits, but you know, they're my most loyal customer. Is this going anywhere? It's 4% there. 54% here. Yeah, it's starting to snowball. And the Soviets are attempting. To take this. They're moving here. We also have another convoy battle. This is a Cormoran class. And a Greek DD. They're trying to attack my dear ally. Oh, that's a Russian battleship. It's a new one. Let's first see if we can launch a naval invasion of Georgia. I don't have ships in position to take Siberian Russia or anything like that yet. But we can take Georgia. Oh, the Hessen class is already commissioned. That was quick. It's gonna take 3 years for my battleships to be ready. So sometime 1945. Let's move them up here. Let's do the one with the battleship first. It's a Greek ship. Greek ship. Oh, these are. The St. Johann is terrible. Lübeck. Oh. Yeah, I actually sold them some of those ships. That's one of my designs, but it's bad. That's why I didn't build any for myself. So this is gonna be come down to the König Wilhelm and Moltke, I think, versus what is pretty much a super battleship. Now, what sort of first of all, what sort of ship is this? Doesn't actually look terrible. Okay, it's quite bad. It can stay in line with the König Wilhelms. They're not overall that different. except for the König Wilhelms being just a lot better in every way. Now with the Saalfelden, that's an Austrian design, but it's a quite new one. It's got electric torpedoes, lots of them. The Luxor is my torpedo cruiser. It's also got torpedoes, but they're quite old, not the greatest range. And also, it is a bit slower than the other two, so I'm gonna detach it. Torpedoes off until needed. And this thing. You know, I'm actually, some of the turns I've played off camera, used some of these cruisers before. They are very bad in like every conceivable way. Except for having like decent armor. They can kind of work if they get really close to say some enemy light cruisers. If those do not have any armor, they can kind of do some damage, but not much. Okay, we're already scoring hits. That is the thing. It's not a thing of beauty, but it's a thing. Definitely, it's definitely some kind of thing. It's like, did you forget about your A and B turrets there? Russia? I mean, as long as it's coming towards me, I should be good. What kind of main gun range do you have? 20 kilometers. Okay, so just staying at range is actually an option. It's not identified yet, so I have no idea what kind of armor it has. My battlecruisers have elected to fire high explosives. So I'll just let them keep that up. And the enemy is targeting the Greek ship of Austrian origin, which is nice. Actually, now I want to keep you kind of separate. I want the Saalfelden to launch before the others, because the Saalfelden has very stealthy torpedoes. Let's wait for her to straighten out. She was in a turn when the torpedoes were launched. There we go. Let's take a look. 600 million. Mark 1 17s, okay. Decent armor. Sonar 1, no radar. There we go, some more torpedoes headed out from Saalfelden. See if we can score some torpedo hits. Yeah, we are scoring torpedo hits. 10 torpedo hits. Yeah, good job by the Saalfelden. I'm actually considering building a class of ships with electric torpedoes. Now there are a lot of drawbacks to electric torpedoes. They have less range than standard torpedoes. They are a lot slower than fast torpedoes. More torpedo dud chance, less torpedo accuracy, and so on. But they've got that minus 87% visibility. So you pretty much don't spot them until they're right about to hit. So even the AI, which reacts perfectly the moment the torpedoes are spotted, it's gonna have trouble actually avoiding them. So that was a cool 6,000 victory points. Let's move this fleet into here, where the invasion circle is gonna show up. Okay, what are we getting on hull strengthening? Yeah, we're down to mostly just getting minor things. Of course, one of the reasons why I really want to take Siberian Russia through a naval invasion is, well, they don't have a huge army force, really. It's more than enough to just roll into and take any one of these bordering regions I have. By the way, naval invasion or the conquest of Sumatra was a success. After Tibet became ungoverned territory, my army decided to march in and take it. And I don't know if it's a bug, but its army force remained at 0, so they just one turn they launched the invasion, and this next turn I got it, and there were 0 casualties on both sides. So I don't know what's up with that. Goeben and Star closing in. Can add Michael up here also. Just to make sure I have 100,000 tons up there to start the invasion. And let's do the convoy. So yeah, I've been doing these tiny battles pretty much every turn during the war with Austria-Hungary. While they don't have much of a navy left, they're continuously building new ships. I think they have like 200 ships under construction. So they have a couple ships coming out of the shipyard every month. And let's finish off the transport while we are here. Okay, now the cruiser. No, this is not really the best DD ever. Please load AP. You've not identified your target yet, but I know what you're shooting at. And there I am assuming torpedoes have been launched. Oh, destroy the torpedo. Please open up with your main guns. There we go. Alligator. There you go, I've got the bonus. I think the enemy cruiser has the bonus too, because it's punishing that little DD. Yeah. But having it being distracted by the DD for so long, let the Dessau really Dessau-mate the enemy cruiser. Torpedoes. And you can see just being inside of its secondary range, leading to so many crew losses on my ship. lot of fires. That's actually quite scary. We got the fires under control. Now you can fire HE if you will. Unless that was... no, that was not the final flooding hit. Actually fire HE from this angle. Close to getting it on crew losses, actually. Yeah, they're no longer manning the secondary guns on the Alligator. Okay, I want to finish this heavy cruiser. Aft belt is quite thick. What kind of superstructure armor did you have? 2.9. It's pretty solid. Already 2.2% crew losses. And we get some flooding. Yeah, because we're back to AP. There we go. See you later, Alligator. Target the one in the middle. So hopefully the bracketing shots will hit something. Like that. That, once again, not the intended target, but a hit is a hit. And some flooding. That should slow down the whole division, I think. I mean, they're not going fast to begin with. 12.7 knots. And they're leaving their friend behind. Here comes the weather. That's not relevant anymore. Magical bonus. Main guns on the lead ship, secondaries on the trailing one. Yeah, once again, 20% crew losses. Just from having my ships raked by all those incendiary shells. Because I think that's what the Austrian cruisers are using for HE. I think it's incendiary. Nasty stuff. So I wonder if these two battleships here are the same class as the one we just sunk in the Black Sea. They might be. Yeah, I'm thinking this is gonna succeed. Provided the war continues. Because now the Austrian losses are like such a big percentage out of their total army force that we should start seeing a real snowball type of effect, especially with the second offensive coming in from Western Poland. Let's go to December. And we have a third offensive coming in from southern Germany. The Bavarians storming into Bohemia to drink the beer. Lots of ships being built. I'm blockading the Soviet Union. That's nice. Here we go. A battle. Another one of those. Uskoka class. Oh wait, these DDs, their most common DD design, the sharpshoots, does not have mine hunting kit. This one does. Is that why at the start of every turn I get this huge long list of ships from other nations taking ridiculous amounts of mine damage? Because the AI doesn't bother to put mine hunting kits on their DDs. And the DDs are the only classes that can mount mine hunting kits. That might be it. In our corner we have the Schwalbe and the Bussard. Tried and true. Got another Scharfschütze class from Greece. Interestingly, more expensive than the ones the Austrians kept for themselves. Okay. And we have a Turnitz class light cruiser. And this is the kind of ship that should have been scrapped 30 years ago. But it's been kept in service. So, yeah, let's see whether or not we can sink the heavy cruiser. We can probably deal with the DDs. I think I'm gonna be a little bit cheeky here. I think what I'm gonna try to do is use the really terribly awful light cruiser that the Greeks lent me, just as bait to draw the cruiser away. Don't need to turn off the torpedoes, they don't have any range anyway. These ones can be useful. And of course, my ships start way in the back. Satellite and the DD have been spotted. This does not even have RDF. This one does. So it's got mine layer, but no mine hunting kit. So you have these huge, extensive minefields all over the Adriatic. But other than my DDs, there's nothing to actually clear them. So yeah, that's why I want to use the balancing mod for my next campaign, just to not have minefields and submarines in the game, because it's just I think I've mentioned it, just another way for the AI to shoot itself in the foot. And it's not really engaging gameplay either. Actually, satellite, you can just smoke up and head away. We have torpedoes coming in. Possibly the DDs are around here somewhere. The 23 million DD. Oh, they're all here. and a 14 million light cruiser. .4 kilometer torpedo range. It's not terrible. You know what? Your torpedo's free. If the enemy strays to within torpedo range, you're free to launch. What kind of range do you have? 9.2 kilometer on the main guns. So far this seems to be working as intended. Hopefully the DD will survive and make it out. Hopefully the Greeks will buy a better light cruiser. Hello, escorts. Did you forget something? Do I have range yet? Not yet. Our sharpshoots is getting away. Satellite is the center of attention. You have range to that now. Guess I have to go aggressive because you don't have any chance to hit. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they're running stealthy torpedoes. Let's finish the convoy and then see if maybe we can kill a couple of those light cruisers, DDs. Don't think we can do much about the heavy cruiser. The one we sunk previously using a light cruiser and some DDs, I think it was. And that was a different class of heavy cruiser with a lot less armor. Someone forgot they were supposed to be escorting a convoy. Hopefully those transports were worth more than the very much obsolete light cruiser. But I'm not sure. I think if I end it now, the game might decide it was a defeat because of that loss. So I want to see if I can now if they're all running. They're going after the DD. Their DDs are this way, according to the RDF. I think they might be running. Yeah, they probably are. Nope. Just popped up as I hit end battle. Okay, but it's a victory. It's not a huge one, but you know, hopefully this will be replaced by something something a bit better. I'm thinking what I might do when I get what I want through army invasions from Austria, and I offer them a peace treaty. I don't think they have a lot of land to give me, because they don't have any colonies anywhere. I might take some of their ships and then just place them into mothballs and see if anyone wants to buy them, because they are quite decent. Here we go. Not the same class as the big thing we sunk in the Black Sea. 11.5-inch guns. And the old Kaluga class. Graf Orlov, we've seen these before. What's this? Asia class. Rus class light cruiser. Again, no torpedoes. Like the old Volga class. It's not as fast as the Volga class and cheaper. More reasonably priced, I would say. It's got more guns. What's the DDs? Bekas class, expensive DDs. We're gonna do this one next time. It will be quite the battle, I'm hoping. Goodbye, and take care.